Hi, I'm Natalie with Eminence Organic Skincare and welcome back to In the Mix. And today's topic is a hot one. It's all about the benefits of facial oils. So some of you seeing and watching today may already have an existing facial oil at home that you've been using, but there also may be many of you out there who are very curious about facial oils. They are a hot item. We see them everywhere these days, and I'm really excited to also share 3 of Eminence's beautiful facial oils with you later on. But first, let's just take a step back and talk about the benefits and what is a facial oil exactly, and think about it as a moisturizer without any cream in it. It is literally what we call a lipid or oil as its whole form, and often extracted from plants or from flowers is usually the most common, but we also could see it from fruit. We could see it from berries or seeds as well. So we have a beautiful, vast opportunity in nature to extract oils and use them for their benefit. And we often would use it to maybe bump up hydration or moisture. They could be used to help regulate imbalance, and they could also be used for some of its antioxidants and possibly minimize any of those signs of aging that we might see. And some of the examples of these oils is that we might see Camellia oil. That's fresh off the presses with Eminence at the moment. And Camellia is really a beautiful oil that will help moisturize. So if the skin needs that deep moisture, Camellia oil is a very popular choice. Another one we can consider in the oil category is looking at rosehip oil. I'm sure most of you are very familiar with rosehip oil. It's super popular and for good reason. It has very high level antioxidant, and it also has high levels of vitamin C. And we've spoken quite often about vitamin C and its benefits. So rosehip oil is extremely popular. And then we also can consider things like clary sage oil. And clary sage is a beautiful oil that is used to really help balance and manage oil production in the skin. So just from that short, chat about these few oils that are very popular, we can really categorize those oils for you depending on what your need is. So whether you are dry or whether you're more oily or problem skin, you can use a facial oil. So that's just a little bit of the reason why oils are used and what types of oils are quite popular. So hopefully that gets a little bit of groundwork and maybe taking a little bit of the fear out of using oils and why that they're used. They're also quite ancient. I mean, if we really think about historically, facial oils were the ancients' moisturizers, because that's really what we had. So there's also a beautiful historical story around pure oils that are extracted from plants and fruits, berries and seeds. So something to think about or to do a deep dive later if you've got some time. Now, when it comes to Eminence, we have 3 beautiful facial oils in our category, and we have something for everybody. So I'm going to bring your attention now to 3 of our beautiful oils that we have available, and I'm going to start on the dry skin side. And so if you are a drier skin type, or maybe you are just feeling like you need that extra bump in your home care routine, especially when the seasons are changing, the skin can feel a little bit drier. And if your heat has started to kick in, that means you have more central heating, which pretty much takes the place of air conditioning in the sense of how dry the air can be. So this is also something to consider. And we have our Camellia Glow Solid Face Oil. And what does that mean? Well, it actually is a solid form of an oil, making it easy to apply, but also very accommodating for those who are definitely more dry. And I just want to give you an example of how to see it. You can see, I hope you can see that. A very, very small amount, and that's probably a little extra, but why not? And when you do your application, I love to use my hands to warm an oil up, and this would go for any type of facial oil actually, is you want to get that oil's temperature close to the temperature of your own skin. That way when you're applying it, it drops into the skin beautifully and has a lot of glide, and you're going to watch this magic happen. It literally breaks down to an oil almost immediately. And from here, oh, I love to do this. Take them in your hands And always do a beautiful deep breath, because they are oils. They come from, they're like the whole source. So you can definitely get almost like an aromatherapy benefit as well when you're working with facial oil. So you can just do a little extra for yourself to pamper a little bit more. For those of you who are definitely more a sensitive skin, maybe a little bit more sensitive, and you are a little bit more in that combination skin type, I would highly recommend our beautiful Rosehip Triple C and E Firming Oil, and it has rosehips in the name, but you will see here this actually constitutes more of an oil itself. 1 or 2 drops is all you need, and you can still warm in your hand and then do a little bit of aromatherapy inhalation if you like as well. And then if you are more of a combination or more of an oilier prone skin type, grab our beautiful facial recovery oil. This one is going to be excellent for those of you who are definitely more on that oilier side. So not to be afraid of using a facial oil if you are oily. So we also get that little bit, but it's oil and I'm oily. Don't worry, think about oil for oil. And remember, there are specialized oils out there, like the whole constitution of the oil, that is going to benefit your skin type in particular. So this would be our recommendation for you. The last part is, when do I apply it? How do I add it into my home care routine? If we think about what it is, an oil, so it's going to have probably the most weight to it versus anything else you're using in your home care routine. So you could use this as your final step. Okay, if you want to wear an SPF that day, make sure your SPF is the last step, of course, because you want that protection over the top, like the last thing facing your environment. So you would place your facial oil, then an SPF product. But here, most of us use a facial oil directly after we use a serum, or we will use it after your favorite moisturizer. What would that look like? So then you would cleanse your skin, you would do your traditional toner treatment. So maybe in this case, you could maybe use like Stone Crop hydrating mist, and then you could use an essence, our beautiful essence, to really punch in some more hydration. Then you would do your favorite serum. Any of the serums of your choice from Eminence will work completely fine. Allow it to soak into the skin. Then you could apply your favorite moisturizer. Again, this could be your favorite, well, maybe like the coconut moisturizer. It could be the Arctic Berry moisturizer. It could be any of the moisturizers that you choose. Allow that to go into the skin. Then you want to place your oils on your skin. So how do we do that? I still have a little bit of my Camellia oil on my hands. So as that had warmed up, my advice and my direction is, instead of wiping it on the skin, you want to press it into the skin. So we're pressing through, allowing that lipid, that oil, to drop just beautifully over the top of your moisturizer or your serum and just kind of all melt in together. This will leave your skin looking very hydrated. You're gonna have a nice finish to it. You're not gonna be shiny or greasy looking, but you will look really healthy. You'll have that beautiful glow that's left behind. So I really encourage all of you out there, if you haven't had a chance to try a facial oil before, they are wonderful. And my last tip for you, if you're new to the facial oil world, is start slow and then grow. So I might recommend, get your first facial oil, use it in your nighttime home care routine, maybe do it like on a Monday and then do Wednesday, maybe again on Friday, just to see how your skin is going. You basically have to put it almost through a skin training, because we're using a little bit more lipid at one time, and the skin needs some time to go, whoa, this is amazing. There's a lot going on here, and you want to have some time for it to adapt. You could use it up to 2 times a day. You can use it in the morning routine, you can use it in your evening routine, you can use it as a booster treatment once a week if you're feeling that extra dryness. So you can definitely incorporate it at different times during the week. But again, great advice with any type of facial oil is you want to go slow and then grow to build up the tolerance in the skin so that you can really, really benefit from all the amazing finishes that you can receive from our beautiful facial oils. So I really am excited to hear how you're going with your facial oil. Please don't hesitate to make a comment below and tell us what you think. And if there's any facial oils that you love the most, I'd love to hear from you. Again, I am Natalie with Eminence Organics Skincare. I really hope you enjoyed this beautiful topic talking about facial oils, and I can't wait to talk to you next time. And as always, if you want to see more of these videos, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you want to know when they're happening, hit that notification bell. And that's all I got for you. I will talk to you again.